What's up, PumpTalk Nation? Get ready for a rapid-fire news blast. We've got Howard Stern and Andy Cohen pulling off an epic radio prank, and you won't believe how it unfolded. Plus, we're diving deep into the real reason Howard Stern says he can't leave SiriusXM. And stick around, because we've got even more bombshells dropping. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Howard Stern's epic radio shuffle. Did Howard Stern really leave SiriusXM? Well, according to Andy Cohen, it was all Howard's brilliant idea. Cohen is spilling the tea, telling us he was just along for the ride when Stern orchestrated a massive prank, fooling listeners and major news outlets alike into believing Howard was out at SiriusXM. The Bravo host revealed that he was happy to play along, even enjoying the chaos as Variety and the Associated Press rushed to report on the supposed ouster. Cohen described Howard's plan as ingenious, noting how believable it was to fans, who reacted with a mix of anger and amusement. After the dust settled and the fake news spread, Howard himself returned to the airwaves, clarifying his extended absence and taking a jab at the media reports. With his massive $500 million contract up for renewal this year, it seems Howard is having some fun with the rumors, and Andy Cohen was the perfect accomplice for this elaborate stunt. Audience impact. Fans were initially shocked and then amused by the elaborate prank, flooding social media with reactions to Howard's return and Andy's involvement. But this was just the beginning of the drama surrounding the king of all media. Get ready, because next, we're breaking down the exact moment Howard Stern returned and how he faked out his legions of fans. Stern's shocking return, the great SiriusXM deception. Howard Stern is back on SiriusXM after a masterfully executed prank that had fans and the media convinced he was gone. The legendary host, who was supposed to return from his summer break, instead had Bravo's Andy Cohen kick off the show, delivering the bombshell news that Stern and SiriusXM had decided to part ways. Cohen even announced the renaming of the channel to Andy 100, adding a layer of legitimacy to the elaborate deception. Almost immediately, major news outlets like Variety and the Associated Press reported Stern's departure, based on the convincing performance. However, this was all part of Stern's grand plan. About 15 minutes into the Andy 100 broadcast, Stern himself took over, revealing the prank and thanking Cohen for his crucial role. He then addressed the swirling rumors about his contract and potential departure from SiriusXM, assuring fans that he wasn't going anywhere. Audience impact. Fans were left stunned by the prank, with social media buzzing about the audacity of the move and Howard's undeniable showmanship. The media outlets that reported the fake news were quick to update their stories. But why is Howard Stern so adamant about staying at SiriusXM? We're about to uncover the one compelling reason that keeps the king of all media firmly in his throne. Howard Stern's unshakable bond with SiriusXM. Howard Stern has revealed the surprising reason why he can't leave his SiriusXM radio show amidst a storm of cancellation rumors. The iconic host, who recently pulled off an elaborate prank with Andy Cohen to make it seem like he was departing the network, sat down to explain his situation. Stern lamented on his show that the recent fake news surrounding his potential exit has paradoxically locked him into staying. He explained that while he had been contemplating retirement, the widespread speculation about his show being canceled or him being pushed out means he now feels compelled to return to SiriusXM to avoid the appearance of being forced out. This situation arose as his massive contract with SiriusXM is set to expire this year, fueling rampant rumors. Adding fuel to the fire, Donald Trump had publicly called for the show's cancellation, and Stern had previously postponed his return by a week due to illness, leading to wild theories. However, Stern clarified that his contract negotiations with SiriusXM are ongoing and amicable. He expressed gratitude for the outpouring of fan concern and the interest from other companies, but ultimately stated his happiness with SiriusXM, concluding that nothing was happening regarding a departure. Audience impact. Fans expressed relief and excitement over Stern's continued presence, while also debating the motivations behind the prank and his contract talks. But did this elaborate scheme actually fool everyone? Get ready for the full story on how Howard Stern duped the media with his wild cancellation prank. Howard Stern's masterclass in media manipulation. Howard Stern didn't just return to SiriusXM, he orchestrated a full-blown media spectacle. The legendary radio host, amid contract renewal buzz and cancellation rumors, pulled off a stunning prank that had major news outlets reporting his departure. It all began with Bravo's Andy Cohen taking the mic on Stern's show, announcing that Stern and SiriusXM had parted ways and that the channel would be renamed Andy 100. This elaborate setup was designed to be utterly convincing. Variety and the Associated Press fell for it, publishing headlines declaring Stern's exit after 2 decades. Stern, who had already postponed his return from summer break, watched as the fake news spread like wildfire. However, this was all part of his master plan. Stern later took over the broadcast, revealing the prank and thanking Cohen for his flawless execution. He proudly stated that the entire scheme, including fooling media giants, was his brainchild, designed to be as believable as possible. Stern, whose deal expires this year, used the situation to address the rumors head-on. He clarified that reports of his departure were completely false, and that his negotiations with SiriusXM were going fantastic. He even joked that the media frenzy made it impossible for him to retire, as he couldn't bear the thought of people believing he was pushed out. He also mentioned receiving interest from other companies, but reaffirmed his contentment at SiriusXM. Audience impact. The media outlets that initially reported Stern's exit were forced to issue corrections, while fans were left in awe of the audacity and success of the prank. Now that you've heard all the details, let's do a quick recap of today's top stories. Get ready for the lightning round on PumpTalk News. And that's a wrap on today's PumpTalk News. We saw Howard Stern and Andy Cohen pull off an epic radio prank. Howard Stern revealed why he feels he can't leave SiriusXM, and Howard Stern returned to SiriusXM after faking out fans. Don't miss out on any of the action. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, leave a comment below, and follow us on all our socials. We'll see you next time.